All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live Recorded, because this is not live. This is recorded. We're going to go through the eBay items that I was watching up to the Tuesday ended August 20th, 2024. Although I am one day late recording this, had a crazy time getting home from Fanatics Fest in New York, canceled flights, but we got home and here we are. First of all, also want to let everybody know, Fund Your Cards show, Fanatics Fest edition, launching tonight, going live, myself and Mark from Fund Your Cards at 9 o'clock Eastern. And tomorrow night with Adam Gray is the Fanatics Collect Premier Auction Ending Watch Party. That is going to be a ton of fun. Join me and Adam tomorrow night, guys. Also, Zach Nygett from the Collector Creative had me on the Hobby Hustle podcast. He is launching that tonight. Check that out as well. And I want to shout out Mint Ink, channel sponsor. Beautiful hoodie that they sent over to me. Love it. Thank you, Mint Ink. One of the most comfortable hoodies I have worn in a long time. And finally, Van City Card Show, everybody. Van City Card Show, October 8th to 10th in Vancouver. I will be there. Come on down. It's going to be a party. All right, let's get on with the items for tonight. And we are going to start off with this 1912 C57 Clint Benedict rookie card, guys. There were 3 sets of tobacco cards in hockey that came out in 1910, 11, and 12. This is the third one. It is commonly recognized to be the toughest and rarest. These cards are paper thin, and this Clint Benedict is one of the key cards from the set. It's an SGC 5. It does have the PWCC 30% eye appeal. Guys, this card sold for $2,701 US. As you can see, just under $3,700 Canadian. I used to own a copy of this card. I had a PSA 2. I don't own it anymore, but I wanted to see what it would do. Sold by AA Sports Cards, Vahuda. I know these guys, very trustworthy. Don't ever hesitate dealing with them, guys. Really, just a great card. This is a PSA Set Registry Hockey Hall of Fame card if you need it. And I want to see what it would do. Anyway, a really great copy. I think someone got a great deal at $2,701. The next card, also sold by the guys at Vahuda. Same sellers here. This is the 1923 V128, the Paulins George Hainsworth PSA 2.5. Pop 3, only 11 higher. Proud to say I own one of those 11 higher, guys. I own a PSA 5. Picked that up at the Chicago National years ago, probably 12 years ago or so. I think I paid $1,000 for it, and it's an amazing piece, guys. This now he has some cards that came out later in 1933. I believe some people mistakenly consider those to be the rookie. This is the one true rookie for Hainsworth, 1923 and 1923. The Paulins, such a cool card, and this does $2,750, just about $3,750. Canadian. Great card. I know people, I've had some crazy offers on mine. I just reject them. I want to keep the card, but it's a really great card. All right, guys, moving forward over 100 years now. Let's jump forward 100 years here, guys. This is a 2023 Upper Deck Allure Sidney Crosby doubloons. Sells for $99. Now, I mean, I was watching and curious about this card because this is the second year they did the doubloons, and I like them. I haven't owned one yet. I'm gonna dip my toes in eventually. We'll see if I do it like in person or at a show. I'm not sure. Sorry, in person or online. I'm not sure. But the doubloons are cool cards. Keep your eyes on them. I think they have a chance to become more popular over time. Dale Howardchuk's one of my guys, and this is the second year cup signature patch. I've owned a couple of these. I still own one of these now. Does $173.50 Canadian for pretty much a simple 2-color patch. These patches, though, are not like NHL game worn. They are Legends patches, which I wish they were from a Winnipeg Jets jersey, but nonetheless, sometimes you take what you get. I love the card. I was curious to see what it would sell for. This is fun. This is a Marc-Andre Fleury Big Playmakers patch out of 10. Now, there's a jersey version numbered out of 50, I believe out of 50. I like the patches out of 10. I collect these. I got like 10 of them or so. And I have a Marc-Andre Fleury myself. So I want to see what this one would sell for. Offered by Crosby to go to $500 US or best offer. What does it sell for? And you can see right here, it sells for $150. You can see the seller here, Crosby the GOAT 87. Same seller here, Crosby the GOAT 87. So he's asking $500 US. This seller took $150 US for it. Well, then you look at previous sales and you can see, well, look, This is August. Back in January, another copy sells for $148.50, and back in January, but earlier in January, another copy sells for $150. Guess what? I was the buyer of this one at $150, and looks like Crosby, the GOAT 87 here, just decided to take, basically what are you going to do? Argue with two comps, both within the same year? Probably not. Here's the one that I purchased. This is the card I own. I bought this back in January, as you can see, for $150. So I want to see what the next one would do, and it does the same. Guys, I love dual auto patches with two different players. Whether it be signature patches out of 15, whether it be dual honorable numbers like this. This is Shane Doan and Joe Thornton. I was watching this one, and I woke up actually today and saw that it was in my ended list. It didn't end yesterday, but I must have gone to sleep. I missed it. I forgot to bid for $60. I would have bought this card. If anyone has another copy, even with nicer patches, I'll pay a premium if it has nicer patches. Please reach out to me and sell it to me. I'd love to snag a copy of this card. Slab Shark sold this beautiful Peter Forsberg scripted sticks. Now, listen, it does 336 Canadian. I think Forsberg stuff has come down since kind of there was a bit of a run on him. But the reason why I'm showing this card is scripted sticks from the Cup. They come in two kind of versions, the good version and the bad version, in my opinion. This is a good version. You got a nice colorful piece of stick here, a nice silver autograph on it that shows up nicely. Slab Shark's great sellers, channel partner, obviously. 336. Love the card, and I want to see what it would worth. What it would sell for. I have some nice Forsberg cards in my collection, but let's look at a card, another scripted sticks that is not as nice, and that's this one right here. And you can tell by the price. How does a Wayne Gretzky, game used piece of memorabilia with an autograph sell for under $500 US? Well, look at this piece of stick. This is the inside of the stick. This is the pulp. It's like Upper Deck takes the stick, they slice it into pieces like bread, and takes one of those middle slices and puts it in the card here. I do not like these. You can see chips, you can see like pieces of the wood chipping away on, not leaving, but slivers sort of thing, if you will. I just do not like these. Now the Rob Blake piece is great beneath. You have a nice external piece of the stick, but this here, I would never buy one of these. Anyway, this sells for $441 US, about 600 Canadian. Now, this is another interesting one because I'm not sure, is this internal? Is this the pulpy part of the stick or the outside? I think it's the outside, just a way older stick. Game used Gordie Howe with an autograph, sells for $565 US, 770 Canadian. Really cool piece. And again, just, you don't see many of these. This is numbered out of 35, but there's not a ton of Gordie Howe stick autos out there. Want to see what it would sell for. Sidney Crosby Artifacts rookie out of 750. I love this card. I own one of the PSA 10s. I think it's a pop 2 or 3, something like that. This seller was asking $350 US for the PSA 7 version, so kind of a low grade for modern. Ends up taking $325. Always interesting to see what a seller who does an OBO gets for a card. Well, this guy didn't have to take off too much. $25 out of $350, about a 15% discount or so. If my math is correct, it probably isn't. A great card to me, a great Crosby rookie. Subzero Gold, Nathan McKinnon. I love these cards. I have some myself. This is numbered out of 8. But this one, it was interesting to me. Sells for $102.50. But where do you see the word ice in the title? This is from a product called Ice. He says the Cup, Gold Rainbow. This is just false. It's not from the Cup. I don't know why Ralph V18 with 98 feedback and a low rating, really at 97.9, would want to bring in the Cup searchers. Like, this is, to me, this is kind of dirty pool in a way. I don't like seeing where you're kind of bait and switching your customers, but that's what Ralph did here. Still gets $102.50 Canadian for it. Same card has sold earlier in August. So look at this. Ralph V, here he did have Ice Subzero Gold Rainbow with the Cup on the end of his description. That sells on August 6th for $110 US. I guess doesn't get paid. And then he sells it again. He takes out the words Ice and Subzero and gets $75 for it. Not a big fan of Ralph V18 here right now for these tactics, and I guess serves him right for doing that and getting $35 less the second time. We'll have to see if this one gets paid for. I suspect some shenanigans here, but nothing for sure. Guys, I love this card. This is I believe, the first card that features both Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. His creation, Mickey Mouse, on a card offered by ComC, 1935, Will's Cinema Stars, Tobacco, PSA 6.5. I do want to get one of these. I have another Walt Disney card. I want one of these with Mickey Mouse. I'm just going to wait for a better centered copy, but wanted to keep up. And I think these are just going to go up in prices. They get more and more attention. This did not sell. $1,500 for a exquisite signature materials Connor McDavid Gamies patch auto out of 35. The guy was asking $1,500 US, $2,000 Canadian. It just simply doesn't sell. He says he ended it because it's no longer available, and you just got to wonder what happened there. Maybe we'll see it show up in someone's Instagram soon. The Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali Hemet's Journal 1960 PSA 4. This is a card I'd like to add to my collection. I mean, he's an all-time great. You know, him, Pelé, some of these guys that I don't have cards of, I'd like to end up getting. Sells for $18.94 for a PSA 4. These cards have gone up quite a bit over the past few years. And a Thurman Munson, you know, you guys know I like these Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary Superfractors. 101, the Munson PC Sports Cards was asking $600 US. He ends up taking $400 for it, a 33% discount off the asking price. Sometimes now, you know, some of these consigners have to ask their client what they will take for it. So I'm not sure if kind of a 30% discount off of a PC Sports Cards asking price is what they will generally take. But I would proceed assuming that if I see a card they have for sale, that I'm going to, you know, maybe make an offer of about a third off, and perhaps they will accept that. All right. This is interesting. You know, channel sponsor and hoodie provider Mint Inc. offered this card on eBay. And these are the 2023 Upper Deck Synergy Fearless Leaders, but these are the golds out of 25. I wasn't even aware of these until in a group chat I'm in with some hockey collectors, and my buddy Brian shows these to everybody. And I'm like, these are pretty cool. Now, it doesn't look very cool in this Mint Inc. image because they didn't use a lighter background, so you can't see the important part of the card. But I found another one just to show you. But this gold out of 25 only sells for 60 Canadian, guys. I'm probably going to price myself out by sharing these now, but I'm going to pick up a couple of these. Here's what the card looks like offered by someone else. This seller, Ice Investors, asking 190 Canadian for a card that just sold for 60, although they didn't know that. But this is what the card looks like with a proper image. It's these Fearless Leader with these quotes. I don't think you're human if you don't get nervous. So that's a quote from Sidney Crosby. Really cool cards, guys. So I'm going to be picking up a few of these over time. Now, next up is a 2001 Topps Chrome Mike Modano Black Refractor out of 50. You know how it goes. Cards out of like 50 and 100 from the 90s and even the early 2000s are tough to find. These Topps Chrome Black Refractors, I love these. I have a couple myself. The Mike Modano Raw sells for $213.50 by Dallas 77 Hockey. I watched it to see what it would sell for. I was curious. If it would have been low enough, perhaps I would have made a play. All right, MC Sports Cards had their monthly showcase end on Monday night while I was on a plane, so I couldn't host the show with the crystal ball, Michael Hathaway, but he went solo, did a great job. We will be doing another show next Monday, the week after the monthly showcase hangover, the MC Mondays. I'll be at the helm here with Michael Hathaway, the crystal ball, next Monday. But let's recap a couple cards. There's a few here that I was watching on my personal watch list anyway. John Elway, 97, Flair Showcase Legacy Row Zero Masterpiece, 1 of 1. Who doesn't want to see what a card like this will sell for? Sells for just under 19,000 US, just over 25,000 Canadian. Really cool card. I think there's some people kind of hoarding these Row Zero Masterpiece 101s, and I think there's some famous names in the hobby doing them. Congrats to whoever ended up buying the card and the client of MC who got a great return. Now, Jordan Love, and I say a great return. I don't know what that person bought it for. I didn't look up comps, but to me, that's a great number. Jordan Love, also offered by MC Sports Cards. Jordan Love PSA 10 Contenders Optic Rookie Ticket Gold Prism Auto, number 2 of 10, does 10,100 US, just under 14,000 Canadian. Cool card. My buddy, who is my kind of the guy I think is the best football maven I know, is a big Jordan Love fan, but he's biased. He's a big Green Bay fan as well. Here's the McDavid Fearless Leaders out of 25. Does 142 US, just under 200 Canadian. I want to win here, referring to Edmonton. Now, if he ever moves out of Edmonton, guys, and maybe he will one day, and he wins somewhere else, I want to see this card. I want to see a meme made out of that, because, or when he eventually moves, I want to see a meme made out of this card because he wants to win there. But will he wait in Edmonton long enough to win? I personally hope he does. Offered by Blue Cat Cards, 58 feedback, does 142 US. This is a card MC offered on the monthly showcase, guys. I wanted to buy this card. I'm just not in a position to spend, $9 grand Canadian on a card at the moment. But this is the Shaquille O'Neal 98 Skybox Premium Star Rubies. God, what a gorgeous card. PSA 5 only, but who cares? It's out of 50 at this point. The condition, I don't want this thing run over by a truck, but it looked pretty good to me. It does, as I said, 66 and a quarter US, 9,030 Canadian. Great card. Sorry that I wasn't able to buy it. Also, MC offered this Barry Bonds Skybox Molten Metal Fusion Titanium out of 50. These are awesome. I have the Cal Ripken. I've shown it before. Would love to add the Bonds to the collection. There's a few other players I like to add as well. Ken Griffey Jr., notably. But this PSA 6 Bonds does 4,875 US and about 6,650 Canadian. I'm showing this card here because I love ultimate patches. I don't need an autograph on every patch card I have. I've got a ton of auto patches. I got a ton of just patches. I'm actually not a fan of just auto cards. If I have an auto card, I want a patch. But I do like patches without autos. It's the color, I guess. And I love ultimate. And I love ultimate football, hockey, baseball, basketball. I think we have a football card, or we have another basketball card coming up soon here. But this Mario Lemieux does 114 US, 155, 156 Canadian. I would have loved to put in a bid, but wouldn't have been a super high priority. But maybe we'll see if we can get another one. Here, MC offers a PSA 6 Bill Russell Topps rookie. I watched this. Why? Well, I have a PSA 6 Bill Russell Topps rookie. Mine, thankfully, is much better centered than this one. This off-centered one offered at the monthly showcase on MC Sports Cards does 92 and a quarter US and about 12.5 Canadian. Next up, guys, this is here. We're going to do something funny here. So this card, it's funny, but it's sad. This is a great card. Rookie year, Connor McDavid, dual scripted swatches with none other than Wayne Gretzky on jersey autos, BGS 9, only 15 copies made. This is 1 of 15, does for 14,300 US on MC, 19.5 Canadian. Now, guys, I pulled one of these cards in 2016 in a group break live in a store. It was a one-pack group break. I bought 3 teams out of 30. I got lucky to pull Edmonton out of the bag. And then as the shop owner, Darren at Maple Leaf Sports here in Calgary, opened the pack, we saw that it was Edmonton. I knew that I won the card, but little did I know that I was going to win the Gretzky McDavid. I did within a few seconds, guys. Here's a picture of the day I won the card. It's grainy. I can't find the original photo, but I found this. That's me at Maple Leaf Sports with some of my buddies there. There's the Baron. There's Jimmy. There's my good buddy Jordan. And that's me like, ooh, I can't believe I won the card. And I ended up selling it for like $4 grand not too long thereafter. And this one sells for 14.3. Congrats to the buyer and the seller. Great card, great memory for me. All right, Barry Bonds, also offered by MC, 99 Skybox Metal Universe PMG. This is numbered 1 of 50. It's a bookend. I think 1 of 50 is cool. That's just me. PSA 7, Barry Bonds again, does 7,223 US, about 98.50 Canadian. Cool card. I watch these out of curiosity, as I'm sure many of you guys do as well. All right, MC, they had some their monthly showcase is always awesome, but there were several cards that made my personal watch list this month. Anyway, PSA 6.5, 51 Parkhurst, Gordie Howe rookie does 15.3 US, almost 21,000 Canadian. And I watch this because I want to see what it's going to do. It's a nice card. It's off-centered. I have a PSA 4 of this copy that I just much prefer because it's better centered. I wouldn't trade my 4 for this unless I could, immediately buy it back or something like that. But this is still a great card. I'm sure whoever bought it will be very happy. And I think it's a great price. 15.3 is a great price on the card. I think it's like a fair price, but I think it's a good price. If this was centered, I could see this cracking 20K, but I don't know. I'm not checking comps. I'm just going off of gut when I say that. Tom Brady, SP Authentic. This is the Brady rookie I always coveted. I've never bought one, but the BGS 9.5 does 14,350, almost 20K USD. I'm not sure on comps, but I feel like PSA 9s were doing under 10 grand. Is Brady starting to bounce back a little bit, or his value starting to go back up? I don't know. I did get to lay eyes on him at the Fanatics Fest. I know my good buddy Kevin sold him some cards. That was awesome. Anyway, great. Brady's just a good guy. All right, here I was mentioning there's more Ultimate coming. Kobe Bryant Ultimate Collection. This is offered by Probstein in a PSA 7 holder. Just a cool, I just love the aesthetics of Ultimate patch cards without autos. Does $565 US, about $770 Canadian. I'd love to add a Kobe patch to my collect. I have an exquisite, I'd love to add an Ultimate. Another Kobe by MC Sports Cards, guys. The PSA 10 Jambalaya, the original 97 Jamba, does $25,100 US, over 34,000 Canadian for the Kobe Bryant Jambalaya. Great card. It's got to be it's a pop 14, says it right here in the title. Cool card right there. I'm curious, what did it sell for? Next up, we're gonna have some nice Chicago Blackhawk patches, guys. Patrick Kane 2018 limited logo short print out of 25, sells for $355 US, $483 Canadian, guys. Beautiful auto. Nice short print limited logos, amazing patch. I think that's a great deal on that card. Here's another one. This is Jonathan Taves, 2015 limited logos. This is also an SP out of 25. Great auto, cool patch right there. That's the eyeball, I believe, of the Blackhawk. Does $385 US, 5.25 Canadian. Nice to see Taves getting some value still. And then finally, guys, this card again. This card, we see this card all the time, this exact copy. Finally, this limited logo Taves, non-autoed, does $177 US, just over 240 Canadian. Finally, it gets some respect because look at what happened in previous sales. So we see here, this is the sale here, $177.50, right? Yep, that's our sale here that just happened, yesterday. But previously, it does 102 on August 8th. On July 23rd, it does 97. Same card here, first sold by DC Sports Cards for 97. 2 weeks later, sells by DC again for 102. And now Indie Comic Books sells it for 177. I don't understand what's going on here. Did Indie Comic Books buy it for 102 and flip it immediately within 12 days for 177.50? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm not going to call anything out because that would be unfair and very speculative. But I'd love to understand what's the sequence of events here that Indie Comic can sell this for within 12 days. Within 12 days. So they bought it from DC. They had it shipped to them. They received it. Then they listed it quickly and sold it for 177. Interesting stuff. Here's the original 97. You can go into the bids and see, who the buyers were. $97. Some guy with 58 doesn't pay. Outbids the guy with 97.23. Then we have it again here. This is the second sale for 102, 97.23. Finally wins it here. So they didn't win it the first time. They get outbid. They win it the second time. Now is 97.23. Is that our people at Indie Comic Books? Well, Indie Comic Books has 91.24 feedback, not 97.23. So I just don't get it, guys. Let me know in the comments. Do you know what's happening here? Are you Indie Comic Books or are you DC Sports? Because I'd love to understand what's going on here with this particular card. I'm just curious, just trying to see how these things work. Anyway, guys, that's our show. That is our show for today. Thanks for joining. Sorry, it's one day late. We're under 25 minutes. Lots of cards to cover. We'll be back next week, guys. Tonight, Fund Your Cards show, Fanatics Fest edition with Mark from Fund Your Cards. That's gonna be a lot of fun. He funded some crazy grails. Tomorrow night with Adam Gray is the Fanatics Collect premier auction ending watch party that we've been doing for over 3 years. Join us then, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great rest of your week.